Hey guys, so today I have my 2020 nail polish favorites. I cannot believe we are already done with 2020. I definitely had a little bit of a rough year, as did everyone, I'm sure, but I did have some really awesome polish moments in this year. So I cannot wait to share my nail polish favorites with you today. So let's get started. So I want to get this out of the way first. I was looking at all of my favorites from this year and two really stuck out as not necessarily my favorites, but the most sentimental. This might sound weird, but I remember specific moments in my life by the nail polish I was wearing, and these two were really big for this year. I haven't really talked about this on my channel, but in 2020 my family and I lost our two family cats, Luke and Jasmine, and they were brother and sister. They were 15 years old when they passed. Luke had diabetes for the last 5 years of his life. Ultimately, he became just too sick and we had to unfortunately put him down. And then 5 months later, his sister passed as well. And we always said when we adopted them that they would never be able to live without each other. And unfortunately, yeah, they didn't. When Luke passed in April, I just happened to be wearing Ethereal Lacquer Ophidia. This is such a gorgeous polish, and I remember wearing it for almost a week, and that's unheard of for me. I usually change my polish every 2 to 3 days, and I just couldn't bear taking this off. And when I took it off, I wish I hadn't taken it off. Luke died so suddenly, whereas with Jasmine we knew she was dying. So it was a very different experience losing both of them. When we lost Jasmine, I picked this polish specifically. This is I Love Nail Polish Heather. For some reason, just the purple with the purple flecks made me think of Jasmine. And I think that's because she was named by my sister and Luke was named by me, and when we adopted them, and she was really my sister's cat. And my sister's favorite color was always purple growing up. And actually this kind of looks like what my sister's room used to look like now that I'm thinking about it. So I just wanted to mention those two. They're just very sentimental to me now. I'm gonna kind of keep all the brands together because there were little groups of polishes by different brands I really loved this year, and I Love Nail Polish was definitely one of those brands. The first one being Dewdrop, and this is just such a beautiful minty pastel green with little green flecks in it. This is the perfect spring color, and this whole collection that came out in the spring this year was really gorgeous. Yeah, I just really loved Dewdrop. Also, total disclaimer with this video, these polishes didn't necessarily come out in 2020. I just happened to wear them for the first time in 2020. That's how I usually do my favorites videos, like whatever I was wearing this year and whatever I couldn't keep my eyes off when I was wearing and thought about the whole rest of the year, maybe have worn a couple of times over. That's usually how I do my favorites. So some of these polishes definitely were released in 2020, but not all of them. But I definitely wore them for the first time in 2020. And the last I Love Nail Polish color was, of course, Eclipse. This rocked the nail polish world, especially the indie polish world this year. It is the most gorgeous black to red multi-chrome, and it's just incredible on the nails. Photos don't do it justice. If you were to buy any nail polish from my nail polish favorites from this year, it is definitely this one. I truly have nothing like this in my collection, and I'm just so glad this polish came out this year. It is so good. All right, so the next few are from Cirque colors. Cirque became my favorite brand of 2019 in my last favorites video, and it definitely lived up to the hype this year. There were a lot of really amazing colors that either came out or were re-released that I picked up and wore this year. The first one being very Valentino. They do a fundraiser every year, and this one was that color, and it's a beautiful, you can kind of see the shift in the camera right now. Oh, it benefited Animal Haven. That's what it was. This is a beautiful purple to pink, almost to gold, maybe copper multi-chrome, It is incredible on the nails. This one, again, just like Eclipse, photos do not do justice. If this is still available on the Cirque site, which if there are any polishes still available from this favorites video, I will put a link down below in the description. If it's still available, you should buy this polish. It is so good. And the next polish from Cirque Colors is Mystic Moonstone, and this is a beautiful white base with a blue shift and scattered holographic shimmer. The shift is incredible. I love Cirque Colors formula. You just can't beat it. And honestly, this stayed on my nails for a very, very long time. That's what I love about Cirque too. It lasts for a long time. When I do my clients' nails, I usually always suggest Cirque because it stays on their nails forever, like a full 2 or more weeks. It is incredible. And the last Cirque Colors is Hedonist, and this was a re-release this summer. It was a color from a previous Vice collection, and I have been wanting this polish for so long, and it's such a beautiful yellow. Like, look how bright and vibrant it is. It is a totally opaque neon yellow polish, and it is so gorgeous. Highly recommend. Always buy the Vice collection. When it comes out every single year, buy the Vice collection. It is so worth it. They are incredible. The neons forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So the next two are from a brand that kind of blew me away this year. I really don't love the longevity of these polishes. They definitely chip on me almost immediately, but the color is so worth it that I don't even care. And this first one is Lights Lacquer Woman. This blue, like, it just looks like a normal kind of muted navy blue. I don't know if it's my mind tricking me with the name, but when I wore this blue, I felt powerful as seriously. I don't know what it is about this, but I just felt like a powerful woman. Like, I really did. I don't know. Get this polish if you're a woman and you want to feel powerful AF. I don't know what else to say. The other color by Lights Lacquer is Cherry Jelly. This is such an amazing red. Now, I remember back in the summer, I think, Demi Lovato got engaged. She's not engaged anymore, but she had an amazing nail moment of like these sheer red jelly nails. If anyone remembers that, the nail polish community was like shook. Oh my God. And I just had bought this shade from their summer collection, and holy cow, it's not too sheer, but it's not opaque. Care about seeing a little bit of nail line, you know, visible nail line, don't get this polish. But sometimes I love that kind of moment, and it was so beautiful, and I was obsessed, and I love this polish. I've worn it like 3 times since. It is so incredible, and it's like that perfect, like, fierce red, and I love it. So the next is a couple from Polish for Days, and the first one is Tahoe, and this was the charity polish for 2019. It is a like blue-gray base with ultra chrome flakies in it. It is such a gorgeous polish. I don't know what it was about this like blue toned gray, but this one really blew me away. Love the formula. This is Polish for Days, has one of the best formulas. And the next one, I would just love to shout out to Miss Polish for Days, Miss Jenna. This is the color Blitzen from one of her previous holiday collections. It has been sitting in my drawer because I bought the whole collection, and I've never used it until last month. Because I'm not huge on gold polishes, it looks a little tacky to me sometimes, and it just doesn't speak to me. The gold does not speak to me, but this polish has changed my mind. I am now fully into gold. Look at the flakes. Look at the shimmer. This gold polish is everything. It is so good. Now I just want all these gold polishes. I want all the golds. Now I just want to go back into all of my previous collections or look at collections that are on all of my favorite indie polish sites and go and buy all the gold polishes. I want them all. I want them all. And the last Polish for Days, she put out an amazing holiday collection in 2015, and I have been trying to find all the polishes since because I didn't buy them all because I was broke back then, but I bought 2 of them, and it was Candy Cane Lane and Better Not Pout. But Candy Cane Lane, I've been getting down to like the halfway point in my bottle, and she decided this year that she would re-release some old polishes, and she re-released Candy Cane Lane. So what did I do? I bought this bottle and I bought a backup. I'm obsessed with this polish. It's just a clear base with holographic glitter, matte white glitter, like micro glitter, and red metallic micro glitter. This is the most perfect holiday fully opaque glitter polish I've ever owned. I wear it every single year during the holidays. Can't say that for literally any other polish. I love this polish so much and I'm so glad she re-released it. This is like the best thing ever. And the next two are from Rogue Lacquer, and the first one is from the polish pickup from April of this year, and it's Open Water. And this is just a blue base with red flakies in it. This is the perfect, you want to do some really sick Shark Week or Jaws nail art. I really became super in love with Rogue Lacquer this year. Their formulas are outstanding. And the next Rogue Lacquer is from Hella Handmade Creations from May of this year, and it's Afternoon Tea. And it's just like a pinky purpley base with a bunch of multi-chrome flakies in it, and it's just, the formula is great. I love this color base. It is one of my favorite base colors ever. It always reminds me of China Glaze's Light as Air, and I really loved it. And the next polish is another of that blue base, but this is Femme Fatale Frozen Fudge. I literally bought this just because it reminded me of like Harry Potter, like Honeydukes, that kind of vibe, but it has those like purple flakies in it with that blue base, and it's just a beautiful polish. Is it flakies or glitter? Oh my god, it's glitter. I'm sorry. It's purple glitters. The next polish I've had in my collection quite a while, Scofflaw polish, and this is Radioactive Mermaid. And it's that like sea green base with a bunch of flakies in it, and I just love these bases so much. I just really love this polish, and the formula was amazing. And the next is from one of my favorite indie brands, and that's Painted Polish, and this is P for Princess. And this is such an ugly, like pretty ugly green, and I love polishes like this. I love those like ugly colors. They just really stand out to me. This is also like a holographic, and it's just the way these colors look on my skin, because I guess I'm a very like warm tone. I don't know, like they just work so well, and I know a lot of people think these colors are really ugly, but I love them so much, and I'm so glad this came out this year. I think it was for polish pickup, possibly. It probably was, but I really love this polish. The next is Glisten and Glow, and this was the mystery polish from March of this year, and it's just a really beautiful whitish gray base with just a bunch of different colored glitters. Nothing like so crazy about it, but the combination of the color of the glitters really got to me, and I did not want to take off this polish. Their formula is unbeatable, and I love this polish so much. It was just such a surprise to me, especially being like a mystery polish. I just really loved it. And the last indie of the collection, this is Candy Shop, and it's a white base with a bunch of neon glitters in it. What's so awesome about this polish is like it has a bunch of bigger glitters, and with my nail shape, my nails are very like curved. I don't know if you can kind of see. They are very curved, so bigger glitters like that don't lay flat on my nails. It's so annoying, and it really makes me nuts when I can like feel a glitter. Like I want it to be just like a flat surface, but this polish is so incredible because it has those bigger glitters, but they lay flat on my nails. It is incredible, and I'm so happy because I love these polishes. I mean, they're so beautiful, but I can never wear them because the glitters always stand up on my nails, and I'm so happy I found it. And the next polish is Orly Wild Abandon, and this is just a really beautiful like darkened plum. And this whole collection, which was the I think Desert Dusk collection, which was for their fall collection, was so incredible. I really love this polish, and the formula was really great. And the last two are from my favorite brand of all time, and that is China Glaze. And this first one is That'll Peach You. There's something so unique about this orange, and it looks so great on my skin tone. I just didn't want to take this off, and I really loved it. So the shining star of this year, China Glaze did something really cool this year. They put out a whole collection of one color, and they've done it with the Painted Black collection, but they did it this year for a summer collection of all white, all shades of white, all different finishes. But for whatever reason, the pure white cream was my favorite. This is Summer Moon. You're like a white cream, a plain White cream, really? There's something so special about the formula of this white cream. All the other China Glaze whites, I've never been able to like fully grasp the formula. Something is so like thick or weird, or it like didn't settle right on the nail. I just never had any luck. I have literally, it's all the way down to here already. I have used this polish so much. I think I put it on my toes like 3 or 4 times in the summer. I wore it underneath a bunch of white Crellies. I've worn it by itself a bunch of times. I became obsessed with this color to the point where I bought 3 backups. 3. This was the shining star of this year. It was just such a good, I mean, it's a staple in everyone's collection. This blew me away. I will love this polish forever. That is the end of my favorites, but I do have 2 honorable mentions. They're both from China Glaze. This was a year where we all, you know, stayed home a lot, and I got to really like go back into my collection and rediscover polishes. First, I'll talk about this one. This is China Glaze Faux Gras. Both of these polishes are from the Hunger Games collection from 2012, which was actually the first collection I fully collected in my time of collecting polishes. But I was obsessed with this polish, and I am not one to be drawn to brown, especially back in 2012, but I was obsessed with this polish. But I think the line's like down to here. Like, I've put a pretty big dent in this. I loved how this looked, and I forgot how much I love this polish, and I just really want to give it a shout out because I wore it a bunch in 2012, then I kind of forgot about it for a while, and I'm really glad that I rediscovered it. And my last honorable mention is a polish I used to hate, but I rediscovered Dress Me Up. And this looks like just a whatever, kind of pinky nude, not anything super special, but oh my god. I put this on my toes over the summer just like as like a palette cleanser. I fell in love with this polish. I think because of the tone, maybe like back in 2012 when I first got it, I was like, oh, I don't really like this tone of pink. It's kind of weird, but like as you can tell around me, I'm very much into these like nude blush pinks now, and this just really blew me away. I'm so glad that I rediscovered it because it probably would have just sat in my drawer without getting any love, and I just really hope that this year I just keep going back into my collections and rediscovering polish. Maybe buy less polish this year. Yeah, okay. But I just want to rediscover polishes in my collection because that was really like an eye-opening moment for me, like something that I really didn't like in the past I might like now because my tastes have changed and our likes are different. I did want to give a shout out to a couple of things that were like kind of cool that happened this year nail wise. I hit over 100 subscribers on this page, and I want to thank you guys so much. That means the world to me. I know it's not nail polish related, but I also hit over 5,000 views on my Supernatural finale reaction video. I am so glad that I got to talk to so many of you that have felt the exact same way as I did when Supernatural ended, and it made me feel so not alone. And this community on YouTube is just so special, and so I can't even describe it. It really just made me feel more seen this year. I love doing this channel, and I just want to give a shout out to you guys for watching these videos and for subscribing, and I'm just so grateful for everything that has happened this year. I'm also grateful that I had the opportunity to work with Spirit Halloween with some really awesome nail art, and I'll put some photos up in here. My nails, my hands, my nail art were featured in signs all across Spirit Halloween stores this year, and it was a really special moment, and I'm really grateful for that too. And I think that's it. Those were my 2020 nail polish favorites. I would love to hear from you guys about what your favorites were for this year. Please leave comments down below of what your favorite polishes were, if they were some of the favorites that I had, if they're different from mine. I want to hear them. I want to buy them if I don't own them. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for hanging out with me this year. I'm so glad I got to come back to YouTube and grow this channel, and I hope to do it even more so this year in 2021. Happy New Year. Until next time, guys, flaunt it till you haunt it. Bye.